This is a plastic bag. You're probably familiar with it because they're everywhere, including places they shouldn't be, like rivers, lakes, forests, the bottom of the ocean. So that led me to ask, what's the best alternative to this that won't clog up the environment? So here's how we're gonna find that out. We've got a series of plastic bag alternatives that we're gonna put through a bunch of different tests, give them a score, and decide what we think is the ultimate plastic bag killer. So with that, let's go meet our bags. In the first corner, wearing the shame of 100 billion plastic shopping bags produced in the US every year, are Control, a common polyethylene bag. That's right, a survey found of these 100 billion plastic bags, some 350 million were littered on US roadways, waterways, and of course the other 99 billion plus ended up in landfills. We can do better than this, people. So let's meet our eco-friendly challengers. Our first option is a bag made out of polyacetic acid, or PLA for short. This bag is supposed to be compostable, and it's also made out of stuff like plant starches. Our next bag is polyvinyl alcohol, or PVA for short. Its main feature is that it dissolves in aquatic environments. It's the stuff that dishwasher pods are made out of. And it's got a smell to it that is pretty, almost like vinegar. And next up, we have polyhydroxyalkanates, or PHAs. I think I said that right. It's a type of polyester, but it's produced naturally by microorganisms through fermentation of sugars and lipids. And finally, we have something different, Hyapak. It's made from an invasive plant species called water hyacinth, one of the most invasive plant species on the planet. So it's almost like we're doing the planet a service by making stuff out of this water plant that nobody wants. It's definitely thicker than some other things. It almost reminds me of a fruit roll-up. It's got like a little bit of a smell that reminds me, to be perfectly honest, of cow feed. Probably not everybody has that experience. Full disclosure here, we learned about Hyapak when the company's founder, Joseph Nkathiru, was named a UNEP Young Champion of the Earth and won our inaugural Planet A award as the top environmentally focused young entrepreneur in the world. But if he thinks we're gonna go easy on him just because of that, yeah, he's got another thing coming. All right, so that's our packing materials. Let's get to our testing. So what we're looking for in our test is the same stuff you're looking for in a grocery store bag, namely that the bag will hold up and not leave you chasing grapefruit around a parking lot when it splits open. So we're gonna assess how much weight these bags can carry, how much water resistance they have, UV resistance, their cost, and their environmental impact, giving all these bags a various rating between 1 and 5 stars in each category.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Okay, so our Control bag, we're gonna see how much this can take. I've got 2.5 pound weights and 5 pound weights. I've got a lot of confidence in this bag. Let's start with the 5 pound and see what happens. Okay, that's 5. We're good. 2.5 again. Oh man, it's just taking all the weight. Oh my God. Wow. Do I have any more weights? I found an extra 5 pound. I guess unfortunately the regular plastic bag gets full points on this. 5 pounds. Oh, I feel like it's stretching a little bit more already. It is a little bit smaller bag than the other bag too. The regular plastic bag is the largest one that we have. All right, that's 10 pounds. I feel like most of the time when you're using a bag, that's probably around the max weight you're gonna have. If you're putting 30 pounds in your grocery bag, I don't know what you're taking home. 2.5, another 2.5. Dang, this is really, whoa. Okay, so that was the max for that. Okay, on to our next test here. We've got our PVA bags, and I just want to continue to highlight, these still stink. It kind of smells a little bit like balsamic vinegar, but gross. But okay, let's get into our PVA weight test. All right, 5 pounds, nice and gentle. Oh. 15, steady. Dang, it's going. Dang, stinky bag, you hold a lot of weight. Okay, last weight. You might get full marks here, PVA. Look at that. I'm proud of you, stinky bag. It's my son. Okay, so up next here is our PHA bags. Oh, it's stretching. 15. It's moving. I feel like I can hear it starting to stretch. Oh, shoot. There we go. Here's Hyapak. Nice and gentle. Ooh, it popped. Come on, fruit roll up, you can do it. That's 10 pounds. All right, 15 sitting pretty. 20. Oh, shoot. We're going, dang. It is like a thicker material, so this makes sense, even though, oh, I take it back. I take it all back. 20 pounds. Still pretty good. Cut the transition. All right, and our scores are in after the first round. The plastic bag reluctantly gets 5 points because it held all the weight we could throw at it. The PLA bag gets 4 stars because it failed at 25 pounds. The PVA bag gets 5 stars because it took the full 30 pounds. The PHA bag gets 3 stars for taking 20 pounds. The Hyapak gets 3 stars for also taking 20 pounds, but with a little bit of an asterisk there since it didn't have handles. It was a little bit of a different test. Okay, test number 2, the water test. We have our good friend here, Bucky the Bucket, who's gonna help us not make a mess. Say hi, Bucky. Basically, the point of this test, we're gonna pour some water in these bags and see if they spring a leak. Okay, first bag. We've got our regular plastic shopping bag. I know for a fact this is not water soluble, but we're gonna do this anyhow. Got our nice reusable water bottle here. Oh, so this bag has a hole in it. All right, let's go let that sit for a minute.
A few moments later.
So we let this sit for a few minutes. It's obviously still holding water. I'm not surprised if they don't break down in water because they float in the ocean. Compostable bag. It is so texturally similar to the other bag. I think it's also gonna be perfectly fine when it comes to water. Let's see. Boosh. Seems like he's holding. All right, leave it to it.
A few moments later.
This seems perfectly fine. If your ice cream was to melt, this bag would hold it. To the PVA, I just need to continue to emphasize that these bags smell weird. I don't think we have a category for smell, but if we did, this bag would lose. Let's go. It's kind of funny, you can't see it on camera because I hit the back here, but like the transparency of the bag, you kind of see it here changed immediately. These bags are supposed to break down in water, or at least dissolve in water. So I kind of think if we give this some time, it's gonna fail. It did it. I mean, that's what it was supposed to do. That was like only a couple of minutes. I didn't think it would be that fast. All right, well, now we know. On to the next one. The PHA bag. Pour some water in this and see how it goes. And we had to pin this down a little bit because it doesn't naturally have any handles. It seems like it's holding. This reminds me of a goldfish bag, weirdly enough. Been a few minutes again. This seems perfectly fine. If you were to get a major spill in your grocery bag before you got home, like this is gonna hold up. It's not gonna break down immediately, which has kind of been the trend with most of the things that we've seen so far. Okay, and our last bag, the Hyapak. This looks like it was made out of a singular sheet and then was sealed on the edges. Oh, that was my fear. So because I think that the way that this was processed out of entire sheets, there's a little bit of air gap right here on the corner. But I think the material itself would probably hold strong. So this is most likely just a manufacturing issue, not a product itself issue, not a material issue. That's my guess. So we wanted to give this a fair shake because again, I don't think this is a material issue. So we're just gonna get a piece of tape. This is a fixable problem. I didn't do it good. I need more tape.
2,000 years later.
I'm not very good at tape. It might be like surface tension. It's still going. Oh man. Okay, well, we tried. We're gonna have to probably deduct a little bit of a point, but I still think, you know, it's not dissolving immediately, which is what I was looking for. The plastic polyethylene bag gets 5 stars, loses 1 for having a freaking hole in the bag. PLA gets 5 stars for going the distance. PVA gets 2 stars because it is truly water soluble. It broke a leak pretty quickly there. Let's hope nothing else inside leaks. PHA gets 5 stars for also outlasting my attention span and not disintegrating in front of my eyes. Hyapak though only gets 1 star because of the faulty seam in the corner. Probably worth mentioning that this bag was just a prototype and would probably perform better once they've got mass production kind of figured out. Okay, so we're outside because we want to see how fast these bags break down under UV light. Where are we going to get UV light, you ask? The sun, of course. Let's take a look at our bags. Okay, so we've got our bags laid out under the sun. We're gonna see how fast they break down. Ben, how long is that supposed to take?
It says it'll take 6 to 12 months.
6 to 12 months? We can't do that. Let's go to the data instead. So test canceled. And with that, we're gonna move on to test number 4, the cost test. Now, because these bags are different sizes and in different stages of development, it's tough to compare production costs like 100% apples to apples. But, ooh, could we make a bag out of apples? That's another video. Well, we can make some educated guesses here based on some research and other data points that we have. Bag number 1, polyethylene. A typical fossil fuel derived bag costs about a penny or less to make. They're dirt cheap, which is fitting because they might remain in the dirt for hundreds of years. On price alone, we have no choice but to give a plastic bag 5 stars. Gross. PLA bags cost about 5 to 8 cents and can be more or less depending on the sizes. We're gonna give it 3 stars. PVA are 5 to 10 cents per bag, also gonna give it 3 stars. PHA are about 20 to 30% more than traditional plastics. We're gonna give it 4 stars. Finally, according to Joseph, Hyapak costs about 2 to 3 cents per bag, so 4 stars as well. Test number 5, breakdown and environmental impact. Bag Bag 1, polyethylene. Recent estimates suggest that 79% of all plastic waste formed since the inception of plastic, around 1950, up to 2015 is still present in the environment. So that ain't working really well. To make matters worse, the plastic does break down, has a bad habit of becoming microplastic synthetic granules that seem to have infiltrated every step of the food chain. I'm gonna give it 0 stars. Bag number 2, PLA. Derived from renewable resources like cornstarch, PLA is considered biodegradable, but only under specific industrial composting conditions. That means a high heat of 140 degrees and controlled moisture and oxygen content, which you're probably not gonna find in your backyard compost pile. Gonna have to go 2 stars here. I'm tempted to go 1 for trying to convince people we're solving a problem when we're actually not. Bag number 3, PVA. You saw how the bag dissolved before your eyes in our water tests, but the problem is those particles, just like your in-laws, don't always go away when you want them to. In fact, it's estimated that 77% of PVA remains intact in water supplies, even after passing through conventional waste treatment water facilities. So I think I'm gonna have to go 2 stars here as well, because you're leaving stuff in the water, PVA. All right, bag number 4, PHA. Finally, some good news. PHA biodegrades in a home compost in between 1.5 to 3 years. This is huge because it means everybody can do it, and it's actually disappearing instead of just becoming smaller particles of bad stuff. We're gonna give PHA 5 stars. Bag number 5, Hyapak. Hyapak is also really exciting because it's made from natural plant cellulose. That means it doesn't just degrade, it decomposes. So you're effectively putting plant matter back into nature, the way you would with like a big pile of dead leaves or those flowers you got for your girlfriend on Valentine's Day 3 months ago. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. And this concludes our first ever Eco Bag Challenge. All right, let's tally the scores. Starting off, polyethylene plastic had 14 points, based on the fact that it's cheap, it works for a lot of different things, except for the health of our planet. These things are probably going to outlive us, at least the ones that are currently in the environment. All right, next up, PLA. It got 14 points, again based predominantly on functionality, but some really iffy composting specifics. PVA got 12 points as a result of some questions about what happens with the molecules when it actually breaks down, and it's not scientific, but it smelled bad. PHA got 17 points, really exciting both on the functionality and environmental fronts. And Hyapak got 12 points, but if they fix that issue with the seam that cost them some low scores on the water test, they can really be onto something. Honestly, Joseph made a really cool product. I'm excited to see what happens with it in the future. But in the end though, our winner for this test is gonna be the PHA bag. Okay, so what are the key takeaways from this little experiment? I think the main one is that all compostable items are biodegradable, but not all biodegradable items are compostable. So, if you want to help get plastic bags out of rivers, oceans, streams, and landfills, encourage your local and state governments to enforce bag policies that ban plastic bags and other single-use plastics, and just start using reusable bags in your own grocery trips. If you'd like to learn more about some of the materials we went over in this video, please check out the links in the description. And if you want to see more content like this, where we give you little interesting eco bits of information, please like and subscribe. I'm Justin for EcoBits. Thank you so much for watching.